into the final round tonight. But he's going to get all he wants from Gary Russell. I don't think there's any question about it. Mark Phillips will be the third man in the ring for this third fight of the night. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. With that, here's Jim Brinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out at the 119 weight class. Beginning first in the red corner, representing the Texas franchise, Sergio Perales. And in the blue corner, representing the Washington, D.C. franchise, Gary Russell Jr.
Well, Gary Russell has a little constituency here.
Yes, indeed. Interesting matchup because Sergio Perales, in his first open tournament, gets all the way to the championships. He was a junior Olympic champ in 2004 at 119. Gary Russell won it at 114 last year. Now he's moved up at 119. So these two lefties very much could be seeing each other a lot in this weight division.
Gary Russell, interestingly enough, not happy with the way he fought last night. He said he didn't use his left hand enough, so let's keep an eye on that. He feels that that may be his best punch, and by his own admission, didn't use it enough last night.
Russell, of course, ranked #1 in the United States at this weight class, won the U.S. championships after moving up from the Junior Olympics.
Russell showing a good jab. I think it was the jab that really won it for him last night. Very quick hands. That was the one thing that really jumps out at you with Gary Russell.
He's a good counterpuncher too, and Perales might be a little bit aggressive in this fight, so we'll look for Russell to counter him. Although Perales says he likes to counterpunch as well, so it could be a chess match.
Nice combination from Perales. Everybody getting there.
Both men showing great hand speed.
That was a great exchange.
I'd hate to be clicking, but when I was a judge in that little exchange.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Could get carpal tunnel syndrome from doing that.
Really, even though I think Russell might have won that round, I thought Perales had quite a confidence builder in that round.
Sergio, put your hands left. You're waiting on him too much. You're waiting on him too much. Take it to him a little bit. Yeah? Keep using that left. All right? Put more pressure on him. Don't wait on him so much.
When you catch him with that left hand, every time he throws his jab, keep throwing your left hand and finish off with the right uppercut.
Just like we're showing you back yonder.
Yeah.
Tight. Keep a tight circle. Touch the body hard. Okay? We're trying to get his hands to come down a little bit. Get his hands to come down, you can go back over top and take him out of there. But I need a lot of hand speed this round. Okay? You're giving him a little bit too much respect, all right? Let's take some of that respect away and beat him on hand speed.
They exchanged and got into a great exchange here. Both men landing effectively. Perales with their straight left hand. Russell gets his own straight left hand in. A number of jabs landing as well. It was a really good exchange for about 25-30 seconds.
Well, they asked for Gary Russell to show a little bit more hand speed. Actually, thought he showed quite a lot, actually, in that last round. And again, Perales, as fast as Russell is, I'm not sure that he's that much quicker than Perales.
Perales has very quick hand speed, and he's a youngster down in Brownsville, Texas, close to this Fresno High School, and they're building an Olympic Development Center down near Brownsville. There's so many fighters coming out of Texas that I think they feel it's a place to mine amateur boxers.
Talked about the history of fighters, though, in Brownsville, and he said, no, there hasn't really been anybody that's emerged out of it. He hopes to be the first.
He's putting a lot of pressure on Gary Russell in this round.
I think he's fighting a very good fight.
They want Russell, I think, to initiate more action. They said, don't give him that respect. They want him to go after Perales. Don't let Perales get a confidence going.
And Perales has Russell backing up every now and then.
Good jab by Gary Russell. He's shown that in the first couple of rounds.
Not much there. A lot of flurry of activity, but not many punches landed.
They're yelling to Gary Russell, be first. They want him to get off first. Because so often, we've talked about the last couple of nights, if you let someone else dictate the pace, whether they've landed the most punches or not, sometimes you won't do well.
Chopping right hand from Perales. And the round 2, close fight.
You need to let your hands go, especially your right uppercut.
You're reaching for him.
Yeah.
Quit reaching.
Don't wait on him. Go.
Swallow it.
Swallow it.
And you're reaching. That's when he's catching you. You're throwing that one punch and stopping. Throw him combinations, end up with an uppercut. You're letting him out punch you.
So keep your jab on. You can turn the heat up on him now. How you feel?
I feel good.
Feel good? All right, let's turn the heat up on this guy now. All right, and put some heat on him. You understand? You ready for him? All right, I really want you to turn the heat up on him a little bit. Don't burn yourself out, though. Stay smooth on your heat, okay?
Okay.
Okay, under and over. Touch that body hard, because we're going to take him out on the last round. You understand? All right, way to go to work, baby.
Very calm, very confident, very close fight.
It is indeed. They have confidence they can take Perales out in the last round, but somebody better tell Sergio Perales that first.
Yes, that's right.
Could happen.
I'm not sure he'll cooperate.
Yeah.
Some of the great 119-pound champions along the way. Bernard Taylor, Meldrick Taylor was 119-pound champion back in 1982. Steve Cruz. Sergio Reyes.
Yeah, excellent fighter. He was in the 92 Olympics. You know, when they talk about great amateurs and smooth boxers, Bernard Taylor from Knoxville, Tennessee, remains in my mind one of the best boxers to ever to win a world championship as a professional. He was a terrific amateur. That's where he made a great mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
You and I did more than our share of Bernard Taylor fights.
Yes, we did. That's true.
Russell getting that left hand in pretty effectively. Still allowing Perales, though, for the most part, dictate the pace of this fight. And that's what his corner is suggesting to him maybe he shouldn't do. Because even if he's landing those counter punches like that straight left hand, it might not bode well for him in the scoring. Eddie Padilla found that out when he let Gary Dennis, dictate the pace in the last fight. Good countering, though, by Russell.
Yeah. This, of course, equivalent to the bantamweight division in the professional ranks, and a ton of pretty good bantamweights. Well, a couple of pretty good ones right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that is for sure. And these guys very much hope to follow suit in that. They both would like to get those Olympic Games first. Body work there by Perales. Perales has been taken out of what his normal game is, though, because he likes to counterpunch, and he's been forced to kind of be the aggressor.
His goal is to make the Olympic team, then, like so many others, turn professional. He said he and Gary Russell are friends. They know each other. But you just put friendship aside for the 10 or 12 minutes that these fights take. Then you go back about the business of being friends.
You got to go to work now. Yeah. You're behind. You got to have this round. You got to have it big. Punches the whole.
He's squatting down, G. If you turn the uppercut, pull the hook on him, you got it. Boom. But I want you to shift hard on the shot, and then I want you to
Gary
step
Brown
around.
might
You
have taken
understand?
control of the fight in that
Okay.
round.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Russell was very effective with his
if he can go to
counterpunching,
sleep, let me see
especially
you
during
put
the
him-
course of that round, and we'll see some of it here. As he's coming in, he's working. There's a straight left hand that kind of got in there, and some of these missing, but for the most part, he was able to counter pretty effectively in that last round.
Gary Russell first got in the boxing ring at age 6. One of the fights with his dad, put him in the ring, he'd shadow box, people give him money. Good work early in this round by Russell. And Russell getting in, getting out, and scoring very effectively. Look at that, about 5 shots to the stomach. And again, a double right hand. Russell really opening up here, and very effectively so.
Well, this is the Gary Russell that has in previous amateur fights electrified crowds like this one. This crowd is very excited. They just need more of that from him. They need that Gary Russell a little more than the Gary Russell that wants a pot shot with counter punches. You can't do that for 4 rounds, obviously, but you need to do it some. Perales now getting him against the ropes and landing a couple good shots.
Well, Perales trying to win this fight in front of his parents. His entire family made the long drive from Brownsville. 15 hours. They just got here this morning.
Now that also a sign. We talk about this Golden Gloves program, the amateur program. The families have to really show support for these young men. In so many cases, as in this case, they do. The Russell jab's been effective, and you just saw it there a moment ago. When you look at him and realize he is just barely turning 17, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it sure is. Nice combinations, starting to the body, coming up to the head, and not only are they good combinations, they're effective. I mean, they're scoring points. Well, I thought 3rd and 4th round for Gary Russell extremely impressive, and Sergio Perales, I don't think has to hang his head at all. I thought he turned in a creditable performance, but he's in there against the #1 in America. We're coming back. Welcome back live on ESPN Classic, the Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions. Who wins at 119? Here's Jim Brinson with the answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the 119-pound weight division. And fighting out of the blue corner, Gary Russell Jr. of Washington, D.C. franchise.
Well, Gary Russell Jr. very strong, I thought, in rounds 3 and 4, the winner of the 119-pound or bantamweight division here, and #1 in the country, and you could tell, #1 in the country, I think, for very good reason. And the youngest guy in the competition here, and he comes up the biggest at 119 pounds. He's with Al Bernstein. Al?
Well, thank you, Barry. Gary, this was an excellent performance in which you really got very aggressive starting in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. You picked up the pace a lot.
Yeah, my corner told me, you know what I'm saying, be real relaxed in the first 2 rounds. And he was like, he wanted me to finish strong in the 3rd and 4th. And during the 3rd round, he told me to pick it up but still conserve some energy for the 4th round. And that's what I did. And in the 4th round, I let my hands go a lot more. And then let me come out with the victory on top.
Let's see you letting those hands go a little bit. We'll take a look at some of the action. Here, you very quick-handed with him.
Right. He was a little too slow. I don't take nothing from him. He was a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Sergio, he was one of my teammates on the Junior Olympic team. I sparred him once before in the training camp, so I knew I had the upper hand.
Yeah, he mentioned you guys had sparred together.
Right. And I'm glad I don't take nothing from him. He's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I came out on top.
And you guys may see each other a little bit down the road here as you continue. Second big win for you in a national open tournament this year. That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I'm glad to come on top. I just want to say I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom. Happy birthday, Dad. And, baby, you know I love you, too. You know who you are.
Okay, very well. Nice message. Thank you, Gary. She knows who she is. And Barry Tompkins knows who he is, too.
I do. And Gary Russell knows all his brothers, Gary, and Gary. I like that. But he's the oldest. He said he gets to be called Gary. And what's his father's name? Gary. Well, before Muhammad Ali was Muhammad Ali, of course, was Cassius Clay. And he was the 1959 and 1960 Golden Gloves champion. As Bob Dylan once sang, it was a simple twist of fate. How a 12-year-old boy would become a genius at his craft. The times were just beginning to change in the heavyweight division.
Clay came of age when something important was taken from him.
Cassius Clay, 12 years old, had his bicycle stolen. A beautiful red Schwinn. And he was angry, very angry. And he started yelling and screaming how he was going to whoop the next kid he saw that had a red Schwinn and it might be his and da-da-da-da-da. And he wandered into a boxing gym.
Cassius comes rocketing down the stairs. Somebody stole my bike, and I'm going to kill him when I get him. I'm going to fight him. And Joe Martin said, wait a minute. You want to fight? Yeah, I want to fight. And Joe Martin took him under his wing. That was it.
When he was young, he was fast. Could nobody hit him? I'll tell you that right now. Could nobody hit him because he was he get in there, man, and move, you know.
All he cared about was boxing, getting in shape for boxing, getting good legs for boxing. He would run twice as far as anybody else. When the other kids were playing, he was running. He was shadow boxing. He was working the speed bag and the heavy bag. I guess, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think it bordered on what the psychiatrists call monomania. One thing took over his life, and that was boxing.
And yes, he was the greatest. And for you boxing fans who can't get enough, tune into ESPN Classic next Saturday. A full weekend of classic fights, including the thrill in Manila, of course.